Good morning. This is Mike with Golden Gate University. Can you hear me clearly? If you can, would you type yes in the chat room so I can see that you can hear me crystal clear? Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. Good. I'm going to wait a couple more minutes to for other participants. I know they're trying to dial in to the meeting. I'm going to wait 3 more minutes to start the presentation. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, here we go. Good morning and good evening. My name is Mike. I am the Assistant Director of International Recruitment here at Golden Gate University, San Francisco. It's my honor to present you why coming to GGU would be a good fit for you and maybe in your future career. And I'm happy to share with you with some of my experience here, as well as some of my colleagues and my other past students' experience here studying at Golden Gate University as well. To give you a brief perspective of GGU, I would like to share with you some numbers And I am a number person, so I know that, some of you may be joining in a technical degree and a STEM program and are very sensitive to numbers as well. Now, the first number I would like to share, 1901, that is the year GGU was established. Yes, we have been in the San Francisco Bay Area for over 100 years. We are very old school here with over 70,000 alumni, more than 70,000 alumni here. We currently have about 3,000 school students studying at GGU, current students, with about 230 international students. So roughly about 8% of our student population is international students. And again, San Francisco, if you have a chance to visit the city, it's a very diverse city with people coming from all over the world, from India, from China, from Malaysia, from the Middle East, from Africa. It's a diverse and vibrant city, and GGU is also a great representation in the city in terms of its diversity. Now, in terms of our international populations, we have international students coming over from over 48 different countries around the world. Some of the countries I already mentioned to you: India, China, Uzbekistan, Nigeria, Malaysia, Indonesia. So I would say pretty much most continents around the world, and Europe as well. And in terms of our school, we are located in downtown San Francisco, and I'm going to talk about the location and why is it important to you. But just to keep that number in mind, the average students in our student population compared to traditional universities that you might be considering, we are a little bit more mature. We have a little more mature populations. We have a student age of 34 years old. Now, the good side with a student with a more matured student population is that you'll be working and studying with colleagues and classmates that are already having similar work experience. They might be working professionals themselves already before coming to GGU, so that you can get a sense of spending time with students that are having more mature and experienced insights, and also start to connect with you starting the first day of your class. That is also one of the reasons why many of our international students choose to join GGU, because of the location, because of our student population, and because of the working professionals environment with us supporting our students. Now, speaking of the location, we are located in the heart of San Francisco. And San Francisco, as you can see on the map, we are at the center, very center of California. A little bit down, 6 hours from us is Los Angeles. Now, we are located in downtown San Francisco, which means we are located in the center of San Francisco. To give you a perspective, we are located in the financial district. We are about 150 meters from Lincoln, the headquarters of Lincoln. We are about 100 meters from Salesforce, also the headquarters. And also the Salesforce Tower is one of the tallest buildings in San Francisco, and we are almost next to it. And we are also across from the street, about 50 meters from some of the big four accounting firms, the KPMG, Deloitte, JP Morgan Chase, because we are also located in the financial district. So we have a lot of financial companies and IT companies over there. Because of the location, we are able to attract a large population of domestic students who are working professionals. Now, when I say working professionals that are students, don't confuse. You can do both. Many of our students do both at the same time. For example, many of our domestic students, not the F1, but domestic students have a full-time job in the morning. They spend time with their company, 7 hours, 8 hours, and after they finish their work, they come straight from their company, the Lincoln or Salesforce or KPMG, to the campus to study in the evening. So by having that sense in mind, I always encourage my international students, if you could, try to register for many of our evening classes available, because that is a very, valuable opportunity for you to stay connected and stay connected with the domestic students who are already working for professionals in the field, and start building your career network from day one of your GGU experience. And other than that, speaking of the school, I would like to share with you some numbers as well. Now, number one, we have one of the lowest student-teacher ratio in the San Francisco Bay Area compared to other schools that you are looking into, 12-to-1, which means we have one teacher prepare for every 12 students. It's a very ideal ratio, and that number is important because it gives our students attention from professors who are also active industry practitioners in the field they teach. Yes, you heard that right. Most of our professionals, most of our professors are also working professionals in the morning. So they are bringing in their very up-to-date work experience to the campus and to the students. Perhaps they are working on a special project in the morning in their company, and in the evening when they come to teach. When their professors come to teach, they share with their experience that they had with the morning project. So it's a very vibrant and up-to-date, and that's one thing we really emphasize on our daily teaching in terms of hiring the professors who are having the most up-to-date knowledge about the field they teach. Other than that, we also offer, and we understand international students, we offer scholarships of up to $15,000 for qualifying international students who are looking to start school under F1. And the $15,000 comes with certain conditions and terms. I'm going to talk about it in more details for you so you get the gist of it and have an early expectation. And again, with all these numbers combined, I would like to introduce, we are ranked first. We are ranked number one for adult learners by Washington Monthly for 4 consecutive years, almost coming to 5. We are proud of the ranking, but we are not, we are proud of the ranking because we did a lot to support our students, especially with working for professionals and international students like you. But we are not only, we are not only trying to attract students based on the ranking only, but I also want you to get a sense of where we are, how our students is like, and what kind of support we give, which I'm going to talk about a little further. With our graduate programs, our international students can apply to our graduate programs that we offer. We have a long list of graduate programs, and I'm not going to talk about everything, but just to give you a gist of what type of programs we offer. Some of the most popular programs attracting international students are the STEM programs. In case if you don't know what STEM is, it's a short term for forward, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics degrees. In terms of the STEM programs, it offers you benefits as an international student because STEM designated programs may be eligible for STEM OPT, which means you get the 12-month OPT plus 24-month extension, which means this STEM program can qualify for a 3-year OPT. At our school, we offer 2 programs that are STEM available. One is the Master of Science in Business Analytics, which can be completed in roughly 1.5 to 2 years. The other one is the Master of Science in Information Technology Management, which is equivalent. You can finish it in about 1.5 to 2 years. Other than STEM programs, we also have some business programs that are popular. For example, we have a Master of Business Administration. We have a Master of Science in Accounting program, which is a very competitive program. And if you heard about our reputation in accounting and taxation, you will know. We also have a Master of Science in Leadership programs. That's a very popular program for our working professionals in the San Francisco downtown area as well. We also have a very reputable taxation program, Master of Science in Taxation. And other than that, we also have other programs available, for example, in finance, human resources, the executive MPA program, and also psychology program if you want to go with counseling psychology and also an IELTS psychology and more. Now, just to give you a perspective, we are very focused on providing students up-to-date knowledge in the field, especially when it comes to business. We are built as a business school. We are built as an accounting and taxation school. We are also built as a law school as well. We also have a law school section, but I'm not going to talk about it in here. We do receive a variety of active awards, thanks to our student support and thanks to our faculty doing their job, working hard to teach our students so they can learn a lot to get into the working field. And again, we are #1 ranked for adult learners by Washington Monthly, not only first year, but we've been awarded 4 consecutive years already. Almost, we'll be coming to 5 in about 2 months. So talking about support, because we are a small size school, we have about 3,000 students compared to other public schools who might have over 15,000 students. The focus on us is we prepare our students to be work ready when they graduate. I know that many of our international students would like to gain U.S. work experience here after graduating, and preferably in the longer term, stay in the United States and start building a life here. So we understand how a job is important to you as an international student. We do host a variety of workshops to support our students in terms of refining your resume, in terms of training you to get what a U.S. employer is expecting you in a job interview. And we do also host webinars and other events to connect you with active employers in the San Francisco downtown area, or even further in the San Francisco Bay Area, for you to connect with the HR recruiters, for you to present yourself. We from time to time have connected with LinkedIn, who sends their colleagues here to us to teach our students how to improve their LinkedIn profile. And that is just some of the webinars and activities we host in terms of supporting students. On the other hand, we have a wide variety of student clubs: the Project Management Club, the Business Analytics Club, the ITM Club, the Finance Club, so that students self-organize themselves. And you can already hear some of our club presidents coming to the orientation and start talking to you and invite you to join their group. So it's a very proactive process, and I highly recommend my international students like you to join one of the clubs that we offer here, because it's a good sense for you not only to connect with your classmates within the class, but that is also a good opportunity for you to start expanding your network outside of school. And that is especially important for international students who you will be looking for a job. Okay, keep this in mind. Find a club, join a club, be active, and you are job ready. Okay, so speaking of how we support you, let's talk about the admission standards. What is the ideal applicants we are looking for? Couple numbers for you. Number 1, typically, we strongly recommend students with a US GPA equivalent of 3.0 to apply. And I know that you are coming from different countries, from India, from China, from Malaysia, from Vietnam. And I understand that your transcript may not be US GPA ready. It's okay. By the time we receive your transcript and mark sheet, our team is familiar with your education background. We'll be able to calculate and convert your GPA, your home country's GPA, into the US GPA. Speaking of the English language requirements, most of our international students will require to take English test. TOEFL is 79, IELTS is 6.5. Yes, I know you have a question already. What to do under my country's lockdown and I'm not able to schedule for a test? We do offer an alternative for now during the COVID-19 crisis. that we are offering alternative for students to take Duolingo English test. And again, I am highlighting it in red. Our Duolingo minimum requirement is 100. It's a good news for you if you have not yet scheduled and taken a TOEFL or IELTS or PTE, because Duolingo English test, you are able to schedule the exam. Not only you are able to take it at home, but it's relatively short. It's about 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour exam, and you can get the test score pretty quickly and send it to us, okay? Some of our students, as you can see, our median age of students is 34 years old. Now, for those of you who might just graduated from university, you might be thinking, you know, do I want to stay in the crowd with fresh graduates who might not have much work experience, or do I want to spend time with people who are a little bit more mature in terms of their experience, so that I can learn not only from the professors, but also from the students, from your classmates? I do have students, my students apply, for example, in my program, the ITM program and the Business Analytics program. Many of you may have 3 to 4 years of experience, not necessarily in IT or in business analytics, but I have people coming from HR background or something. Here, I would like to share with you a student profile, an email I got from a student that I've been keeping in touch with, and she's just graduated from the Master of Science in Information Technology Management program, and is also a close colleague of mine, and her name is Priyanka. Priyanka wrote to me, and she said, before coming to GGU, I completed my MBA with a concentration in human resource. I am more of a people person. I feel that I'm a good listener, and I enjoy communicating with people. I enjoy helping people solve their problems. However, when I work in HR in a multinational company in India, I learned I lack a technical skills. I encounter some challenges when analyzing data, handling projects. After I moved to the US, I decided to pursue a master's program that would increase my technical skills alongside with enhancing my management knowledge. I came across GGU's Master of Science in Information Technology Management and decided to enroll in this program. I choose this concentration because not only it helped my understanding in analytics, but also offer courses related to project management. I recently graduated and happy to be part of GGU, looking forward to upcoming opportunities in my career. So Priyanka, the student, recently graduated in the ITM program, and currently she's interning. She's taking an internship in an IT company in the Santa Clara area. And you may not know Santa Clara, but you know San Jose. Santa Clara and San Jose is in the heart of Silicon Valley. So many of our students who are joining in our programs, such as the ITM program or the Business Analytics program, who graduate is already starting to take internships in a local IT company. And I am happy that Priyanka is able to find an internship very close to where she lives. It's only 15 minutes of drive, very, very close. And I'm glad that she's glad with her job offer as well. So speaking of Priyanka, Priyanka came from India. And when we review her files, we had to review her files coming from India, the school document from India. And here I would like to give you a good news for people who are coming from India or people who obtain a degree in India. We do accept your 3-year B-Commerce degree, your Bachelor of Commerce degree. We are okay with it and we do accept it. I understand, based on my past experience, not all the schools in the United States is able to recognize a 3-year B-Commerce degree in India. But our school, GGU, we do understand your educational system, and we do understand you have worked hard in your 3 years. So we do want to appreciate your B-Commerce degree from India. Now, speaking of the WES ICAP, WES, some of you may be familiar with it already. For those of you who are coming, for example, from India, WES ICAP is not required for many countries. Now, the For some countries, we do require, or you can find an alternative. Now, the rule of thumb is you don't have to remember whether you need a West ICAP or not, because after you submit your application, our admission counselors will be able to follow up with your application, check what is missing in the application, and send you an email to follow up so you know exactly what type of admission documents or supplementary documents is needed to proceed with the application review. Okay? Talking about supplementary documents, I think that the first step for you is to apply your to submit your online application, and afterwards, you will be having a chance to upload some of the supplementary materials to your application. I would like to point out some of the common materials that you need to be prepared and upload, okay? Now, number one is your unofficial transcripts. Some countries, you have the mark sheets or transcripts. I would prefer the transcripts. Now, if you are not sure whether you need to turn in transcripts or mark sheets, one way to find out is which document has the name of your course and has the grades. For example, some of you may have school documents that only list, oh, the student has taken English course, biology course, physical education course. Now, we would like, if you could, we would like transcripts that are having more specified course names. For example, if you have taken Calculus 1 or Calculus 2 or English 1A, that your transcript would be able to provide the specific name of your course along with the grades with it. That is something we would like to look for. For some countries, for example, such as India and China, along with the transcripts, because your transcript does not show what type of degree and when you got the degree, at that point, we would need you to submit your professional or your final degree certificate. In some countries, you call it diploma. For example, in Europe, you call it diploma. In some countries, such as India, you call it a final degree certificate or sometimes a professional certificate if you haven't got the time or haven't got a chance to get the final one yet. Okay. The third one is your IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, or Duolingo school report. After you have taken your IELTS or TOEFL, you should be able to receive either an email or a PDF file from the test from IELTS or TOEFL giving you the school report. For Duolingo, you should be able to get the certificate, and also, other than giving us the certificates, you can also request the test agency, IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, Duolingo, to directly send your official school report to us electronically. And we do have a connection with these testing agencies. And so if you tell them to send it to Golden Gate University, we'll be able to receive it on our end. For some programs, such as the ITM program, the Information Technology Management program, and the Business Analytics program, we do offer additional materials such as a copy of your resume and a statement of purpose. Okay. For our MBA program, we require you to submit your GRE or GMAT score. And again, we do not have a minimum requirement for the GMAT or GRE score. You just need to submit it for our consideration to see. Okay. For most programs, and again, for most programs, be sure you have transcripts, degree certificate, test score, test report, resume, and statement of purpose, and you are good to go usually. Okay. After we receive your supplementary documents and after we process it, your application will be pushed up for a final review, so you'll be able to get your admit or not, you will get your admission decision afterwards. And then after you're admitted to university, we can work on the I-20, which you will receive instruction in the email at that time. We do understand we are in a special time. Myself is working from home. Most of our staff is working from home now because of the shelter-in-place order, along with other countries. I understand India has been locked down for over a month already. China is recovering, is taking shape, and European countries are starting taking shape as well. Now, some of the updates we do, number one, we do accept Duolingo English test. And again, our minimum is 100. Secondly, if you have difficulty contacting your university to send us your official documents, it's okay that you give us the unofficial documents for review first. Now, when I say unofficial documents, for example, if you're able to have a transcript with you and it is opened, you got it from the envelope and it is open, that is unofficial, okay? When we say official, usually it means that it has to directly come from one school to the other. If you have opened the envelope yourself or the school give it to you and you scan it to us, that is what we call unofficial documents. Now, after you submit your application, you'll be having a chance to upload your documents. And I recommend you to scan your transcript and scan your degree certificate in PDF files, and then you can upload it to your application. At that time, at least we can have the unofficial documents to push your application for review. The earlier we have your supplementary documents ready, the earlier we'll be able to push up for review, and the earlier we have a decision, and the more flexibility we will have in the later visa stage in the I-20, okay? Other than that, we also offer 4 2020 scholarships up to $15,000 for qualifying F1 students in the US or online. I'm going to talk about the criteria in our next slide, so you kind of know what to expect in our international scholarship program. Okay, here's the money. We do offer 3 types of international scholarships for students who qualify. And again, or for international students, you don't need to apply separately for the international scholarship. After your application has been reviewed, after you are admitted to the program, we will forward your application to the financial aid office and also the scholarship committee for evaluation to determine if you are eligible for a specific international scholarship. And if you do, you will receive an email later giving you the award email confirmation, which scholarship you qualified. Now, the criteria is very simple. We base on 2 things. Number one is your US equivalent GPA. And again, if you don't know what your US GPA is, it's okay. Our team will convert it on our end. And number 2 is your test score from TOEFL, IELTS, or PTE, or Duolingo. Let me give you an example, okay? If one of you has a US equivalent GPA of 3.7 and a TOEFL score of 100, that would qualify you with the $15,000 international scholarship because you are over the minimum US GPA of 3.5 and you are also over the minimum TOEFL of 90. Now, what happens if you have a bachelor's degree from the United States that you don't need to take TOEFL, IELTS, or PTE or Duolingo? At that point, we will consider your US GPA. For example, if you did have a degree from the University of Cincinnati in the United States with a GPA of 3.3, that means you don't need to take the TOEFL, IELTS, PTE, or Duolingo because you have a US bachelor's degree. And then we will take a look at your Cincinnati's overall accumulative GPA as a criteria to see if you qualify. There are certain terms and conditions apply, and because of the PowerPoint slide here, I'm not going to give too much details, but you can feel free to check out our scholarship and financial aid page to check out the specific terms of international scholarship. And again, scholarships, just like any other university in the US, is depending on availability and on a first-come, first basis. And so the seats for the scholarship is limited, and not everyone is able to obtain the scholarships. It's on a limited basis. So again, this is Mike with Golden Gate University. Now, I've been working with international students for over 12 years myself, especially coming from countries such as India and China, and I do understand your concern. Many of your concerns may be very specific, personal, individualized, and you would like to talk in person and private. That is why I am providing my email here for you in case if you would like to talk about something more specific before you apply. Again, my email is very short, zwu@ggu.edu. And again, I encourage you, if you have a specific issue, you have a personal issue you want to talk about, the best way to contact us is to send us an email. That way we can exchange communication with the email with more details with you. Okay, and again, thank you so much for joining. And I would like to give more time to you to follow up with some of the Q&A here. So I'm going to see the chat room. Feel free to type your question in the chat room, and I'm able to answer it on my end for you. Okay, I'm going to wait a little bit. If you prefer to speak instead of typing, that's okay as well. Just give me a message on the chat room, and I will be able to unmute you so you can speak. Okay. Okay, Abhishek, you asked a very good question in terms of the language test waiver. So we do offer, under some conditions, we do offer a waiver to students who qualify. For example, if you have a U.S. bachelor's degree, you usually do not need to take the English test. If you have some years of work experience in an English-speaking country, for example, United States, Canada, you might be able to get a waiver as well. Now, the waiver, you need to petition for the English language waiver, and my suggestion to you is sometimes it might be more convenient for you to directly take the English exam instead of petitioning for the waiver, because for the petitioning, you've got to wait. And it's under the current COVID-19 situation, it might not be a quick process, but if you do it yourself online, taking a test, for example, Duolingo, you'll be able to know the result. Usually you can take the test in less than 1 hour, and then you know the result pretty quick. It's actually faster for you to take the exam and then know the score. But other students, if you have a U.S. degree, U.S. bachelor's degree or U.S. master's degree, you are almost always not required to take the English language test. Hope I'm answering the question, Abhishek. I can also give you, give you the link. You can also check on when you go to our GGU page, check on the international section, and under the international section, there's a small tab called English language requirement. And under that, you'll be able to see the full criteria of what situations can get your get the English test waived. Now, if you are coming from, if you have a degree from India, my recommendation is maybe it's better that you take the Duolingo or TOEFL available. It's faster, okay? Yep, thank you. Any other questions so far or would like to speak? I can unmute you for you to speak. Just give me some message in the chat room so I can unmute you. Okay, seems like you've got your questions answered already. That's really good. Now I am giving my name again. I'm typing my name again, and I am typing my email again in the chat room in case you don't see my PPT yet. Okay. Again, this is Mike with Golden Gate University. Thank you so much for joining the webinar today. Hope I've answered all of your questions, and let's continue to keep in touch. Yes, yes. You can, if you have a US master's degree, you can usually waive the TOEFL score, okay? Thank you, okay? Looking forward to chatting with you more. And again, we are open for the 4 semesters here. Seize the opportunity to apply early so that you can get your application considered and then to be eligible for the international scholarship, okay? I wish all of you could get the international scholarship, but you need to apply early to initiate the process. Thank you so much and have a great day to you. Bye-bye.